Think about this for a second. Time is the only resource you can never earn back. You can lose money and make it again. You can lose relationships and rebuild them. You can even lose your health and fight to recover it. The time, once it's gone forever. Every second you spend scrolling aimlessly, hesitating, or indulging in distractions is a second you'll never get back. This isn't just about minutes ticking on a clock, it's about the life that's slipping through your fingers. You can measure time in years, months, or days, but the truth is, you're trading time for everything you do. Right now, you're trading time for this moment. The question is, are you trading it for something meaningful, or are you letting it evaporate into nothing? So many people say, I'll do it tomorrow, or I've got plenty of time, but the truth is, none of us know how much time we really have. Tomorrow isn't promised, and someday isn't on the calendar. If you think you've got all the time in the world, you're lying to yourself. That mindset keeps you stuck, waiting for a future that may never come while wasting the present that's right in front of you. You have 24 hours every day. That's 1,440 minutes. That's 86,400 seconds. What are you doing with them? Because here's the reality: someone else with the same amount of time is out there building their dreams, chasing their goals, and changing the world. And you're wasting the very thing they're fighting to maximize. Time doesn't care about your excuses. It doesn't care if you're tired, scared, or unsure. It's moving whether you're ready or not. And every second you let go is a second you've stolen from your future self, the version of you who could have lived a life of meaning, purpose, and impact. So stop telling yourself there's enough time to waste. Time is not a luxury, it's a gift. And how you use it determines everything. It's not about having more time, it's about using the time you already have with purpose and intention. Start now, not tomorrow, not next week now. Make every second count, because once it's gone forever. If you want a life that's extraordinary, it starts with valuing the time you have and choosing to use it to create, grow, and thrive. Stop wasting it and start living. Right now is the only moment you truly own. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, right now. And yet most people spend their lives either dwelling on the past or waiting for the future, completely ignoring the power of the present. They say, I'll start when the time is right, or I just need to feel more ready. Let me tell you something: there is no perfect time, and you will never feel fully ready. Life doesn't pause to wait for you to catch up. It's happening right now, whether you choose to engage with it or not. Think about it. How many times have you said, I'll do it tomorrow? And how many of those tomorrows have come and gone without action? You keep postponing, waiting for conditions to be ideal, but all the while, the clock keeps ticking. The perfect day doesn't exist. The perfect time is a myth. The only time you can act, change, and create is right now. The problem is that we've been conditioned to believe we have endless tomorrows. We don't. Tomorrow is a promise, not a guarantee. Life can change in an instant. And if you're not seizing the opportunities in front of you today, you may never get them again. You're not stuck because life is holding you back. You're stuck because you're not moving forward. Action doesn't wait for inspiration. Action creates inspiration. You don't need all the answers to start. You just need to take that first step. Stop thinking, stop overanalyzing, and start doing. The people who achieve greatness aren't the ones who wait for the stars to align. They're the ones who take messy, imperfect action today. They know the magic isn't in the perfect plan, it's in the execution, the momentum, the willingness to step forward even when it's uncomfortable. Ask yourself, what can I do right now, not tomorrow, not next week, right now? Because the truth is, all your dreams, all your potential, and all your breakthroughs are waiting for you in this moment. But if you don't act, this moment will slip away, just like all the others you've let pass by. So stop waiting for life to start. It already has. The question is, are you going to show up for it? Don't let another second go by without taking action. The power to change your life isn't in the future, it's in this very moment. Grab it, own it, and start living it now. Imagine you're at the end of your life, looking back on everything you've done, or worse, everything you haven't done. What would you feel? Regret. That gut-wrenching, heart-crushing feeling of knowing you could have been more, done more, lived more, but you didn't. And why? Because you let fear, doubt, and excuses rob you of your life. Regret isn't about the mistakes you made, it's about the chances you didn't take. It's about the dreams you let slip away because you told yourself you weren't ready, or you had more time, or it was too hard. But here's the truth: regret is far more painful than failure could ever be. Failure teaches you. It grows you. Regret leaves you empty. It's a wound that doesn't heal because deep down, you know you never gave yourself the chance to try. You have to stop running from the fear of failure and start running toward the fear of regret. Yes, taking action is scary. Yes, putting yourself out there is uncomfortable. But what's scarier is sitting on the sidelines of your own life, watching other people live their dreams while you bury yours. What's scarier is realizing you traded your potential for comfort and security, and now it's too late to get it back. The worst part of regret is that it doesn't just affect you, it ripples into the lives of everyone around you. Your family, your friends, the people you could have inspired, helped, or led, they all miss out because you chose to play small. You were given gifts, talents, and opportunities for a reason. Wasting them isn't just a loss for you, it's a loss for the world. So what are you afraid of? Failure? Judgment? Embarrassment? Let me tell you something, those things are temporary. They sting for a moment, but then they pass. Regret, on the other hand, lingers. It eats away at you because you can't go back and rewrite the moments you wasted. You're alive right now. That means you still have time. You still have the power to make choices, to take risks, to live boldly. Don't wait until you're looking back on your life wishing you had been braver. Be brave now. Chase your dreams now. Make your life extraordinary now. Because when the end comes, and it will come, you don't want to look back with regret. You want to look back and say, I gave it everything. I left nothing on the table. I lived my life fully, boldly, and without apology. That's the only way to truly live, and it starts with making the decision today: no more excuses, no more wasting time, no more regret. Most people live their lives on autopilot. They wake up every day, go through the same motions, and convince themselves they're too busy to make a change. But let me tell you something, being busy doesn't mean you're living. It means you're existing. And there's a massive difference between the two. Existing is waking up without excitement. It's filling your day with meaningless tasks and distractions, numbing yourself with entertainment, and going to bed feeling unfulfilled. Living, on the other hand, is waking up with purpose. It's knowing that every action, no matter how small, is moving you closer to your goals, your dreams, and your potential. But most people choose the autopilot life because it feels safe. It's predictable. And it doesn't require the discomfort of stepping outside your comfort zone. But here's the truth: the life you're meant to live doesn't exist within that comfort zone. It's outside, waiting for you to break free from the routine that's keeping you stuck. Ask yourself, when was the last time you felt truly alive? When was the last time you did something that scared you, challenged you, or made you feel unstoppable? If you can't remember, you're not living, you're just going through the motions. The autopilot life is a slow death. It's the death of your dreams, your passion, and your potential. And it happens because you tell yourself you're too busy to make a change. But busy doesn't mean productive. It doesn't mean purposeful. It doesn't mean fulfilling. It's just a distraction, a way to avoid confronting the fact that you're not living the life you want. Wake up, turn off autopilot, and take control. It's not enough to go through the motions, you have to break the cycle. Start by being honest with yourself. What's keeping you stuck? What are you avoiding? And most importantly, what do you want your life to look like? The first step to living is awareness. Stop pretending that you don't have a choice. You do. Every single day, you have the power to decide how you spend your time, where you focus your energy, and what you create. It's not too late to break free from the autopilot life. It's never too late to start living with intention, passion, and purpose. But it requires action. It requires you to wake up, take responsibility, and refuse to settle for mediocrity. Your life is precious. Don't waste it being busy with things that don't matter. Start living today, not someday. Because someday isn't real. And the only moment you can control is this one. Choose to make it count. You are one of a kind. There has never been, and there will never be, another person exactly like you. Think about that for a second. Out of billions of people on this planet, you have a unique combination of talents, passions, experiences, and ideas that no one else has. You were born with the potential to create something extraordinary, something only you can bring to this world. So why would you waste that? Too many people compare themselves to others and think, I'm not as good as them, or I don't have what it takes. But the truth is, you're not supposed to be like anyone else. Your power lies in your individuality. The things that make you different are the very things that make you valuable. But here's the problem: most people bury their uniqueness. They let fear, doubt, and societal pressure silence their true selves. They conform, they shrink, they play small because it feels safer than stepping into the fullness of who they are. But safety isn't the goal. Fulfillment is. And you'll never feel fulfilled if you're not using your unique gifts to make an impact. Ask yourself, what sets me apart? What lights a fire in my soul? What do I do that feels so natural, so right, that I lose track of time? Those are your clues. Those are the things you're meant to pursue, the things that make you come alive. And when you lean into them, when you embrace your individuality, you unlock a power that no one else has. Stop hiding. Stop doubting. The world needs what only you can give. You may think, who am I to make a difference? But the real question is, who are you not to? Holding back your gifts isn't just a loss for you, it's a loss for everyone who could have been inspired, helped, or transformed by what you have to offer. You don't need anyone's permission to be extraordinary. You already have everything you need inside you. The only thing standing in your way is the belief that you're not enough. But let me tell you, you are enough. You've always been enough. And when you stop trying to be someone else and start owning who you are, that's when your life will change. Your uniqueness is your superpower. Don't waste it by trying to blend in or be like everyone else. Stand out, be bold, use your gifts to make a difference, and watch how the world begins to reflect back the greatness you've had inside you all along. Stop waiting for tomorrow. Stop believing the lie that there's always more time. That lie is the #1 killer of dreams. It's the excuse you tell yourself when you're too scared, too tired, or too uncertain to take action today. But let me tell you something, tomorrow is not a guarantee. It's a dangerous illusion that keeps you stuck. And the more you believe it, the more you let your life slip away. You say, I'll do it later, but how many laters have come and gone? How many times have you told yourself you'll start working on your goals, fixing that relationship, chasing your dreams, only to wake up weeks, months, or even years later, realizing you're in the exact same place? That's what procrastination does. It steals your future one excuse at a time. Here's the truth: there will never be a perfect time to start. Life will never give you the ideal set of conditions. There will always be challenges, uncertainties, and reasons to put it off. But waiting doesn't solve those problems, it only makes them bigger. The longer you wait, the harder it gets to take that first step. The secret to breaking free from procrastination is this: stop thinking and start doing. Stop overanalyzing, stop planning to plan, and stop waiting for motivation to magically appear. Motivation doesn't come before action, it comes from action. The moment you take that first step, no matter how small, you create momentum. And momentum is what turns hesitation into confidence, doubt into belief, and dreams into reality. Think about this: every time you delay, you're not just putting off a task, you're delaying your own potential. You're robbing yourself of the life you could have, the person you could become, and the impact you could make. That's the cost of procrastination, and it's far greater than the fear or discomfort of starting. So stop telling yourself you'll do it tomorrow. Start today. Start messy. Start scared. Start without all the answers. But just start, because every moment you waste is a moment you'll never get back. And every moment you act is a moment you move closer to the life you're meant to live. You have the power to break free from procrastination. You don't need to wait for permission, inspiration, or perfect timing. All you need is to make the decision right now that you're done waiting. Take action. Take control. And start building the life you want, because if not now, when? Fear is a part of life. It's not something you can avoid, and honestly, you wouldn't want to. Fear means you're alive. It means you're standing at the edge of your comfort zone, staring at the possibility of growth, of change, of greatness. But here's the problem: most people let fear paralyze them instead of propel them. They choose the safety of inaction over the uncertainty of taking a chance. And that choice is what kills dreams, not fear itself, but the refusal to act in spite of it. Let me ask you, what are you so afraid of? Failing? Looking foolish? Being judged? Those fears are real, but they're temporary. A failed attempt, a moment of embarrassment, or a few critical voices, they sting for a moment, but they pass. What doesn't pass, what lingers, is the regret of never trying. That's the kind of pain you carry for a lifetime. You need to flip the script. Instead of being afraid of failure, be afraid of regret. Be terrified of looking back on your life and realizing you played it safe, that you let fear hold you hostage. Because here's the truth, failure isn't the opposite of success, it's part of the journey to success. Every time you fall, you learn. Every mistake you make is a step closer to figuring it out. Courage isn't about the absence of fear, it's about acting in spite of it. You don't need to be fearless, you just need to be willing. Willing to take the leap, willing to risk failure, willing to try, even if you don't know what the outcome will be. Because the real danger isn't in falling down, it's in staying stuck where you are, paralyzed by what if. Think about the people you admire. Do you think they achieved greatness by playing it safe? By avoiding fear? No, they felt the same fears you do, but they didn't let those fears control them. They acted anyway. They failed, they learned, and they grew. That's how success is built, on the back of risks taken, fears faced, and failures overcome. You've got two choices. You can let fear stop you, or you can let it fuel you. Fear is energy. Use it. Channel it into action, into determination, into the relentless pursuit of your goals. Because the truth is, the fear will always be there. But so will the opportunity. The question is, which one will you choose to focus on? Don't let fear keep you small. Don't let it rob you of the life you're capable of living. Feel it, face it, and act anyway. Because every step you take in the face of fear is a step toward freedom. Freedom from regret, from what could have been, and from the limitations you've placed on yourself. The life you want is on the other side of fear. Go get it. Your life is your responsibility. No one else is going to live it for you. No one else is going to hand you your dreams, and no one else is going to do the work to make your vision a reality. If you want something to change, it starts with you. You have to take ownership of your life, every decision, every action, every result. That's where your power lies. Too many people sit back and blame circumstances, other people, or bad luck for where they are. They say, if only I had more time, or if only someone would give me a chance, but that's just a story, a convenient excuse that lets them off the hook. The truth is, as long as you're waiting for someone else to fix your life, you're giving away your power. You have to own it. Own the good, the bad, the ugly, every part of it. Because the moment you take full responsibility is the moment you take control. It's not about blaming yourself for everything that's gone wrong. It's about realizing that you have the ability to make things right. Your life isn't happening to you, it's happening through you. And that means you have the power to shape it. Think about the most successful, fulfilled people you know. Do you think they got there by sitting back and waiting for someone else to do the work? No. They took control. They decided what they wanted, and they went after it with everything they had. They didn't rely on luck or handouts. They relied on themselves, and that's exactly what you need to do. This is your life. You're the one in the driver's seat. And if you don't like where you're headed, you have the power to change direction. It's not going to be easy. It's going to take effort, discipline, and sacrifice. But the alternative, staying stuck, blaming the world, and wasting your potential, is so much worse. Stop waiting for the perfect conditions. Stop waiting for someone else to rescue you. The cavalry isn't coming, you are your own rescue team. And that's a good thing because it means you're in control. You don't have to wait for permission, approval, or help. You can start right now exactly where you are with exactly what you have. Take ownership of your time, your energy, your choices. Decide what you want and commit to making it happen. Not someday, not when it's convenient now. Because the only person who can create the life you want is you. And once you take responsibility, you'll realize just how powerful you really are. This is your life. Own it. Shape it. Live it. Stop waiting for someone else to do it for you and step into the driver's seat. Your future is in your hands. What are you going to do with it? The truth is, the only limits that exist are the ones you place on yourself. The biggest barrier standing between you and the life you want is your own thinking. Too many people spend their lives operating under the false belief that they're not capable of achieving greatness. They tell themselves that they don't have the right skills, the right resources, or the right timing. They say things like, that's for other people, not for me, but let me tell you, those are lies. You have limitless potential within you waiting to be unlocked. The question isn't whether you can achieve your goals, it's whether you're willing to challenge the story you've been telling yourself. Because the moment you stop believing in your own limitations, everything changes. The reality is, there are people who've achieved incredible things with far fewer resources than you have right now. There are people who've faced worse odds, deeper struggles, and greater challenges, and they still made it. Why? because they refused to accept the story that said they couldn't. They refused to let their circumstances define them. And you have that same power. You've been conditioned to believe that there are limits to what you can do. You've been told that success is reserved for the lucky or the elite. But success isn't about luck. It's about belief, persistence, and a refusal to accept mediocrity. It's about pushing through the discomfort, breaking through the barriers, and proving to yourself that you are capable of so much more than you've ever imagined. What would you do if you truly believed you couldn't fail? If you saw yourself as unstoppable, capable of achieving anything you set your mind to? The answer is simple. You'd take massive action. You'd set big, bold goals and then go after them with everything you've got. You'd stop playing small and start living at the level of greatness you're truly capable of. The only limits in life are the ones you place on your own potential. Your past does not define your future. Your circumstances don't define your potential. The only thing that limits you is your own belief in what's possible. So it's time to let go of those limiting beliefs. It's time to let go of the fears, doubts, and stories that have kept you small for so long. You have everything you need right now to succeed. You have the ability, the passion, and the drive. All that's left is the decision to break free from the limitations you've accepted and step into your full potential. Stop waiting for the stars to align or for the perfect moment to come. The perfect moment is now. The perfect person is you. No more excuses, no more limitations, no more playing small. It's time to realize that the only limits you face are the ones you create in your own mind. Break through them, shatter them, and step into the unlimited potential that's been inside of you all along. The life you want is waiting for you, but first you have to believe it's possible. You have to believe in yourself. When you do, there is nothing that can stop you. So let me ask you this, what are you waiting for? The world isn't going to wait for you to wake up, and neither should you. Every second you waste, every moment you let slip through your fingers is a moment you'll never get back. Your time is your most precious resource, and once it's gone, there's no way to reclaim it. The question is, how are you going to use it? You have within you a power unlike anything you've ever imagined. You have the ability to create, to change, to transform your life into something extraordinary, but it starts with making a decision right here, right now, that you will no longer waste another day of your life. You will no longer let fear, doubt, excuses, or limitations control you. From this moment forward, commit to living with intention, to chasing your dreams with everything you've got, to breaking free from the habits and patterns that have kept you stuck. Don't wait for the perfect time because it doesn't exist. Don't wait for someone else to change your life because it's in your hands. You are the author of your own story and you can rewrite it anytime you choose. There will be challenges, there will be setbacks, and there will be days when it feels easier to give up. But in those moments, remember why you started. Remember that the life you're dreaming of is worth every ounce of effort, every sacrifice, and every ounce of courage you can muster. You are capable of more than you know. You are worthy of more than you've settled for. Your life is a gift, don't waste it. Go out there and make it count. Live every single day like it's your last, because you never know when your time will run out. Make your life a legacy of action, of impact, and of purpose. Don't let your greatest gift, the gift of life, be wasted on anything less than your full potential. The world is waiting for you to step up, to live fully, to be the person you were meant to be. Stop wasting your life. Start today. This is your moment. This is your moment. This is your time. Own it. Live it. And never, ever let anyone, including yourself, tell you that you're not worthy of greatness, because you are. And it's time for you to show the world just what you're made of.